Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Kyle and welcome back to Hashtag Studios. Today I thought it would be a good idea to conduct an experiment to see what happens when you try to flash the RX 480's BIOS. Now specifically I'm trying to do this because I want to be able to achieve higher hash rates when I'm mining for Ethereum and possibly higher frame rates and overclocks to improve my gaming experience. Although I know that this process can potentially break my GPU, I'm more than willing to dare myself to see the success of this attempt rather than failure. So without further delay, let's go ahead and mod this BIOS and see how well it performs. From the research I conducted earlier, I needed to download 3 things to make it all possible. First, I needed to get ATI WinFlash to save and deploy the new BIOS. Then I needed Polaris BIOS Editor to edit the BIOS. And lastly, I need ATI Patcher to ensure the BIOS will be recognized by Windows. Now once I have all the programs downloaded here, I made 2 copies of the current BIOS. To do that, I went up and opened up ATI WinFlash. And on the button that says Save, I clicked on it and created 2 copies of the RX 480's current BIOS, one labeled Stock and the other labeled Fine-Tuned. Next, I need to open up Polaris BIOS Editor to change the fine-tuned BIOS that I just created. Now here I need to change the timings of my VRAM, in which in this case will cause my GPU to achieve higher hash rates. Since I own a 4GB RX 480, I needed to copy and paste the timings from the 1500 MHz timing all the way down to 2000 MHz. Now here I could change all the other settings like the memory clocks and whatnot, but I decided that I can do that all later in a safer environment in MSI Afterburner. Once I made my changes, I simply clicked Save and went back to ATI WinFlash. Now here is where the magic happens. This is where the RX 480 will be flashed into its new BIOS in hopes of becoming a better performing miner. On the button that says Load Image, I selected the newly fine-tuned BIOS, and at the moment of truth, I clicked on Program. The flashing process took about a couple seconds for it to finish, and once it did, I opened up ATI Patcher. Here, this program will patch this BIOS to make sure that Windows can see it as a signed BIOS. Since the new BIOS is not at its stock settings, Windows will reject it and prevent any of AMD's drivers for it to be used. So all I had to do was click Yes, and after it says Driver successfully patched and signed, I closed all the programs and restarted my computer. After my system rebooted, I relaunched Claymore's Miner, and after a couple of minutes, I started to notice a few changes. Before I modded my RX 480's BIOS, it was only able to give me about 21 megahashes a second, and despite on its reduced power consumption, it will only give me about $2.98. After I flash it, I'm now able to achieve about 25 megahashes a second, and with a little overclock on the memory, I'm now projected to earn 59 more cents per day than what I could with the older BIOS. Even though I'm only using one RX 480, it doesn't seem to hurt to earn some extra cash if you can get it using some spare parts. So that guys will be the end of this modding experiment, and I hope that you found this information to be very helpful to you. If it did, be sure to leave a like, and if you have any comments, questions, or anything you want to say to me, be sure to leave it in the comments box right there below you. If you want to go back and try this experiment for yourself, you are more than welcome to rewind this video, but be mindful that I'm not responsible for the damage you caused because of this demonstration. But with all that being said, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.